Hi there Power Ranger fans, it's time for another Power Rangers Beast Morphers toy review with me, Admin GoldKingRanger from the GoldKingRanger team. And in this video we'll be reviewing the Power Rangers Beast Morphers action figures Wave 3. Awesome! So this time round we've got 5 brand new figures. We have got Red Ranger Fury Mode, Beast Morphers Gold Ranger, Silver Ranger, Evox and Drilltron, or Drilltron, I know it's one of those weird names. But yeah, so we've got 5 figures, we've got 2 villains and 3 rangers. So basically just like the first wave. So this is really cool. I mean, these figures, I love how they look, I love how awesome they are and so on. But basically what we're going to do is, as always, we're going to start with the keys. Then we're going to have a look at the figures, articulation, detailing and so on. So let's get things started. So I've got me trusty Beast X Morpher. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at one key at a time. So let's have a look at the Red Ranger Fury key. So I'm going to get this ready, put it in the morpher. Here we go. Adam.
Unreal! Yeah, we clocked it. Unreal! Rangers, it's go time!
Okay.
Let's go!
So just we caught it and stuff like that. Okay, let's see the morph.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
It's Fury Mode time!
Unleash the beasts!
Awesome. So that's the Red Fury key. The next key to look at is the Gold Rangers key. Let's have a look.
Gold Ranger power! Phenomenal! Gold Ranger power! Rangers, it's go time!
And again, it will be pretty much the same morph sequence as the Fury Red key, so there's no point going over that. But really cool. Then the next key is the Silver key. So I'm just going to flip the key out, like so, and we're going to check out the sounds for the Silver Ranger key. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's a bit finicky with this key, it keeps turning.
I'm half human, half robot, and totally awesome. Beast Morphers, let's go! I'm half human, half robot, and totally awesome. Rangers, it's go time. Let's go! Unleash the beasts! I'm half human, half robot, and totally awesome. Beast Morphers, let's go!
Awesome. Now, awesome stuff. So the next key we're now going to take a look at, if it'll let me place this down, obviously not, so I just might as well tilt them up. The next key is Evox's key. Now, this key in the show is what Blaze and Roxy used to make Robotrons. So this is actually really cool to have the same kind of key that they used in the show. So you can pretend to use this key to make your own Robotrons. That would be awesome. So let's try it out in the morpher.
Nothing can stop me. The Morphex is mine! Nothing can stop me. Not today, Rangers. Nothing can stop me. The Morphex is mine!
So interesting that the sounds for this key is all those villain sounds we've been hearing is all Evox. But let's try the morph sound.
Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time.
It's Evox time. And then the sounds change.
Not today, Rangers!
Oh no, my Beast X Morph has been infected by the Evox virus. Oh dear. Let's take the key out.
Victory is mine, Rangers!
Oh dear. Now the last key is the Tron key, so let's go through this one quickly, shall we? So.
Prepare to lose, Rangers! I'll drill right through you! Prepare to lose, Rangers! Not today, Rangers!
Okay. So it would be pretty much, the more sequence sounds would be pretty much the same as all the other figures. So yeah, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at each individual figure and see the articulation, the detailing and so on. Okay, so first of all, our first figure we have for this review is the Beast Morpher Red Ranger in Fury mode. Awesome. So the Fury mode is it was a power-up mode that the Red Ranger used in the series, but it was only seen for about 2 episodes, I think. But basically it was this power-up armour that the Beast Morpher Red Ranger used to fight the monsters. It was just unfortunate that it was only used in 2 episodes, but oh well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it was really cool to see it, and hopefully it will come back in the future, because I personally loved the Fury mode power-up. But what we're going to do is, we've already checked out the key and everything, but just a little recap of what you can do with a lot of the keys with the figures is, if you get the key and you extend the blade out, you see you've got this little piece here. What you can do is you can attach it to the wrist of the Rangers, but sometimes for these ones are because of these bulky cuffs, it's very hard to get it on, but there you go. So what you can do is use it as like a keyblade weapon, so that looks really cool. But we're going to take that off now so we can focus on the things we've got here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at the figures detailing. I'm going to probably only do the articulation for a couple of the figures, because you know it's a lot to get through. So let's get a start. So as you can see, it's the same helmet as the Beast Morpher Red Ranger, as you can see, with the nice metallic red, looking very nice, and a nice bit of silver on the sides and the other side, looking really good. And then silver for the eyes. We move down, we've got the cheetah face on the chest armour, which is really looking cool. And then we've got the cuffs in pure red. And there's the Beast X Morpher on the back. Ranger booty in your face. So that's pretty much just the back of the armour, looking very good. We move down, we've got the silver buckle on the belt, looking fantastic. So grid battle force. Got some armour on the legs and some boots as well. I think this was meant to have a bit of red to it, but it doesn't matter. Now as for articulation, its head can turn 360 degrees. Its arms can move sort of forward and back, but because of this armour, you can't really do a lot of arm movements. But then you've got the wrist, and you've got elbow joint like so, and you can bend at the wrist like so, like so. And the legs, you can move forward, back, but because of the booty you can't go too far back. And then obviously you can raise the leg up and bend like so. And this can also turn like so. So pretty much all the Rangers pretty much have the same sort of articulation. Now the figure comes with his cheetah blade. Now we've seen this as a toy, but we haven't seen it in the UK, but it's been sold in the US. But whether or not we'll get it in the UK, I don't know, but I do hope we will get this. I do hope we'll get this as a toy in this country soon. So as you can see, it's a nice blue blade with the cheetah head at the other end, looking really cool. So that can go in this hand. So that looks cool. And then we've got the cheetah claw. Now obviously we've previously reviewed the toy version, the deluxe cheetah claw, which you can check out by going to the end of the video. After this, at the end of the video, you can just click on the playlist for Beast Morpher toy reviews, and that looks really cool. It would be nice if there was a bit more paint detail on here, on the back, but it doesn't matter. And just like the key, it will basically just attach to the figure like so. So let's get him in the cool pose, shall we? So or at least try to. Okay, maybe I'll just do something a bit more simplistic because I can't really pose him too well. There you go, that would do. Okay, so now we've finished looking at the Red Ranger, let's move on to the next figure, which is the Gold Ranger. Alrighty, so figure number 2 is Nate the Gold Ranger. Awesome. Now I picked Nate up from Argos because that's the only one that's the one place that seems to have them, has the Gold Ranger at the moment besides Tuku Toy Store. But other than that, let's have a look at the figure. So as you can see, it's a beautiful gold, metallic gold colour. I love it. It looks so awesome. And he's got his mantis helmet design on the front, looking really shiny. I just love all the shininess. It's so good. I mean, obviously the transpod device is not coloured, so that doesn't matter. But you got gold and the silver. Look at that Nate booty. We've got some silver for the buckle, looking fantastic. Nice little bit of detailing as well. And we move up down the leg and you've got some sort of gold armour on the legs and on the boots, looking really cool. Articulation's pretty much the same, just forward, back, bend at the elbow, turn, and then 360 degree head turn on the helmet, then forward, slightly back, bend the knees, and forward, and then turn 360 degrees. And yeah, now as for what does he come with? Well, he comes with his striker morpher, looking fantastic. So we can put that in his hand. So that's very good. So we can use that that's basically his morpher and also his blaster weapon as well. And he comes with the striker saber. And as you can see, the striker saber is got like a silvery grey colour, with a nice bit of detailing. That looks really good. And then you turn it over, it's got the gold blade, and that looks really cool. So what I'm going to do is just put that in his hand, or at least try to. There you go. So that's really cool. Now obviously I know people are getting confused between this figure and the Lightning Collection figure. The one thing you have to remember is the Lightning Collection figure is more for collectors, and also it has more different articulation, and it also comes with the Nate head, which is changeable, but we'll review that one really soon. But yeah, that looks really cool. Okay, let's move on to figure number 3, which is Steel the Silver Ranger. Alrighty, so figure number 3 is Steel the Silver Ranger, who is Nate's brother. Awesome. So it's really cool to have both the Gold and the Silver Ranger figures. But obviously the way I had to get this figure is I had to get it from Tuku Toy Store. And Tuku Toy Store are great friends with us at GoldKingRanger, and it's really great for them to help us get these figures and a load of the other Beast Morphers toys we've been reviewing as well. Okay, so let's, well, we're not going to do the articulation because it's pretty much the same as the Gold Ranger, but let's have a look at the detailing. So as you can see straight away, metallic blue and silver nicely mixed together for the helmet. That looks really nice. His helmet design is the scarab beetle, which is really cool. We move down and we got the metallic blue again, and the silver. Now you probably noticed that this my Silver Ranger's arm is very wonky. Now unfortunately this is just a manufacturing problem they had with some of these figures, but that doesn't matter. More silver for the buckle and the belt. We're moving down, metallic blue and silver for the boots, and on the back it's the carrying of the harness with the blue, metallic blue colour. And I do like these extra little pieces here that look like it's part, like, because the Silver Ranger Zord is a flying jet Zord, so it kind of adds to the theme of that. But as I said, it's the 360 degrees on the arm, head, elbow, bend and turn 360 degrees, and the leg forward and back, but only because of Robo Booty. bend the knees both sides and then turn 360 degrees like so. Now his weapons are a little different because what they decided to do was they gave him a sort of scarab beetle claw weapon, which is really interesting. So strong pincer sort of weapon, so like I call it the scarab claw, which is really cool. But obviously we haven't seen this in the show, but so the question is, will this be in the show? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is put this in his hand, like so. It's kind of strange that they didn't give him a saber, the striker saber, like the GoldRanger figure, but that doesn't matter. I didn't show you it earlier, but here's the striker morpher, nicely detailed with the gold and the black on the handle, and then if you turn it over, some more detailing on the back and that tiny bit of gold at the bottom to finish the striker morpher off, and that looks really cool. So I'm just gonna put that in his hand, or at least try to. There we go. Alrighty, so let's get him in a cool pose. That looks really cool. Awesome. So let me just move him more central this time. There we go. So that's all the Ranger figures done. So we're now going to move on to the 2 villain figures, and we're going to start with Evox. Okay, so here is figure number 4, and it's Evox, the main villain of Power Rangers Beast Morphers at last. It's really cool to finally get a figure of the main villain of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, so it's going to be really cool to check this guy out. There was a rumour going around that this figure could glow in the dark, but as far as I can tell, I don't think it can, or maybe it's just my one can't do that. But hopefully I can find that out properly from Hasbro themselves at a later date. But for the time being, let's get into this. So, as you can see straight away, Evox comes with his staff weapon, as you can see, and it's got that interesting sort of Evox symbol on there, and it's just a grey colour, grey silver I call it. Whee! Spin, spin, spin. So it's interesting because in the episode where we finally get to see this form, he didn't have a staff, which was weird, but there you go. But it's really cool that they made this form. So basically this is Evox's upgraded bodily form. Whether or not we'll see this form again, I don't know, but who knows. But as you can see, it's got nice sort of yellowy green, lime green colour, which is really nice, and it's got some red and silver and black at the top, which all corresponds beautifully together. We move down, we got red on the body and black and silver, looking fantastic, and we got some black on the legs and the red. And yeah, we're going to get to articulation now. So now obviously this villain, the Evox figures, is very strange because it's got some weird elbow joint, but you can turn it 360 degrees. The head can only turn so much because of this piece at the back, because it's got these like, it looks like cables and wires, like dreadlock cable wire hair. Okay, you got the dreadlock like me. I don't know if that, sorry for my terrible Jamaican accent, but I do apologise. Okay, so as for the legs, you can push the legs forward and back. Just be careful of the skirty bit, forward, back. And you can bend the knees and turn 360 degrees. So it's really, so as I said before, this is really cool to have this figure. Just to have a villain figure for my Rangers to fight against. And yeah, right, so we've got one more to go now, if you can stand still. There we go. So we're going to move on now to the last figure, which is Tron. Okay, so the last figure number 5, is Tron. Tron is basically a Robotron monster from Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and it's really cool that we've got a villain monster figure. So we had Blaze, Roxy, Atronic and Evox. Now we've got a Robotron. Hopefully this won't be the only Robotron figure we get, because it would be nice to get some of the other Robotrons we had in this series, like Tubatron, Spiketron and monsters like that. But let's get to having a look at this. So just one thing I need to say now is when you get this figure in its packaging, the drills on its shoulders will be turned this way. So all you just have to remember to do is when you take it out of the packaging, you just simply turn them to the front. Okay, so as for details, it's got really great silver on the drills on its shoulders and on its body and on its head, and the blue and the sort of like a pinky red orange eyes, which is really cool. Looks pink on your screen, but in my eyesight it's like orangey red colour. And we move down, you've got some gold on here and on the drill. The drill looks really evil and menacing. I love it. And what's so cool is you can turn the arm, you can turn the wrist 360 degrees to make it look like it's actually doing the drill effect, which is really cool. And it's got the drills on its hands as well, so it's got 4 extra drills it can fight the Rangers with. Jabbity, jabbity, jab, jab, jab. At least if you needed a drill job, if you needed some drilling to be done, you can do it. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. God, sorry. Okay, legs, as you can see, nice silver and blue, looking very nice. Yeah, so sort of giving away some of the articulation, but yeah, pretty much the head can turn slightly, but because of the drills it can't quite turn 360 degrees. This has pretty much got 360 degree turn on the wrist, and it can bend at the elbow too, and legs forward and back, well, kind of, but basically pretty much the same as all the villain figures. It's just forward and back, and then you can just turn or bend at the knees like so. Okay, so Tron is all done, and again I do hope Hasbro will make a load more Robotron figures, because it would be cool to have loads for the Rangers, for the Ranger figures to fight with. But there you go. Okay, so that's the end of this review, so it's time to wrap this up and finish things up. And well, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It's just as much fun I had making all these figure reviews. I believe there is meant to be a steel sorry, a B-Spot figure of steel coming out very soon, so that will probably be with Wave 4. So obviously once we find out more information on when that's going to come out, because we only found out through the Entertainer website. But where can you guys get these figures? Well, Tuku Toy Store. Or at some point in the future, we believe the figures are going to be appearing at Toy Master shops, so like Toy Barnhurst, Toy Master, places like that. Because we saw the figures being displayed on their website, so we're going to guess that they're going to get them too. But I'm pretty sure that in due time these figures will come out. But if you want a guaranteed place to just get them right now, then head on over to Tuku Toy Store. For you guys in America, I think you're going to be finding them a lot more quicker than the UK fans, let's put it this way. Okay, so as always, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like the video, share the video, comment below. Now your question of the day is, do you have a favourite moment with one of these characters? Fury Mode Red Ranger, Gold Ranger, Silver Ranger, Evox, or even the Drilltron? Okay, so... and again, please remember, go subscribe, because we've got many more Morphinominal videos heading your way very soon. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much from myself at Admin GoldKingRanger. As always, may the power protect you. Have a Beast Morphinominal day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, Ranger fans!